Dennis Wolfe from our half-acre homestead, and you knew I wouldn't be able to stay away for more than 24 hours. Because, you folks tell me that you wake up and have coffee with me in the morning. Well, I like to wake up with you guys every day too. So anyway, what's going on? I'm sweating because I'm in pain, yes, but the fibro flare has gone down from an orange to a gold. So if I can get it down to yellow, then I'll be able to relax a little bit. I've had a really, really good day. Papa let me sleep in. What time did I get up, dear? 11? I slept till 11. And Papa had cereal. And then I made him grilled cheeses for supper with my calico pickles. You wouldn't think that was a good combination, but then you think about it, they do put pickles on cheeseburgers, right? But grilled cheese with a little pile of those yummy cauliflowers and corns and peppers and carrots and all that stuff was really, really good. But tomorrow morning, because he's been so tolerant, I'm taking Papa out to breakfast. But today was really cool. We had to go out to McClellan's in Baltimore, not Baltimore, or Valdemont, and we had to get the last of the insulation for the barn and all that stuff. So Papa's working on finishing up and buttoning up the barn tomorrow. Ditto is out back in the old coop where the girls all stayed at first when we first brought the young does home. And the reason he's out back is because he's busted out of his pen. He busted down the wall of the pen after I locked him back up. And then how he put him out in the paddock and he busted down the barn door trying to get in. He broke the glass out of it. He's gotten really, really aggressive. So we figured if the barn's over there and the old chicken coop's over here and the house is in between, he'll calm down. And he's starting to calm down. But it was really, really hard to watch. I mean, he wants at those girls, and we don't want him at those girls until at least November. December preferably. But the good news is, it's not good news that he's gotten really aggressive. He's 3 years old, and he's now a very dominant male goat, and he's in full rut. But we were going to have to get rid of him and we can't butcher him because he's a full-in rut male. And we did that once, and the meat was nasty. Someone told me that if we got him castrated, and then let him be castrated for 3 months, that the meat would lose its taste. But my vet asked me, did I really want to pay $200 to find out if that was actually going to work or not? So it looked kind of grim there for a bit. That Ditto was going to breed our girls and then be put down and on a funeral pyre, because he at least would deserve that, because he's been a really great goat. However, Melanie from Casabagua to the rescue found me a guy who actually wants a full fixed male goat to protect his sheep herd, which I've never heard of that. I've heard of donkeys and I've heard of llamas, but never a goat. But you come to think of it, they're a lot more canny and aggressive than sheep. Okay, so yeah. But the good part is, if he does take him, he's taking him for free, thank you, and he's going to give him a nice long life. But maybe we'll be able to borrow him for breeding, and we won't have to keep him on our half-acre homestead, which is getting to be a real problem. So that's good news for Ditto. Good news for Ditto. He's got a future home to go to, and maybe he'll get to come back and visit Mommy sometimes. So when we went to pick up the rest of the materials for the barn, it was a beautiful day today. I mean, I don't even know where summer went, but half our leaves are gone. But we did manage to get a really beautiful drive out to McClellan's. It was like a 40-minute drive, and the sky was blue and the water was tranquil and all the leaves were in full glory, except most of the red ones are already gone. We are just waiting for one rainstorm with some wind, and the leaves will be all gone. But we got out today. And that was pretty much it. I pretty much rested most of the day. Slept until like 11, all that stuff. Last night we watched some movies on Netflix. So this is kind of a movie review, but I'm going to tell you what not to waste your time with for a change. We watched the Legend of Tarzan last night. And it started out pretty good. But it got really cheesy really fast, about halfway through. And it was just like the lines, the characters, everything was just wrong about halfway through. They took a really good premise, which if you watch the movie Tarzan with Christopher Lambert, he went back into the wilds and stuff after he couldn't live in England any longer. But this was just, it started out really good, and somewhere along the line the movie got lost in translation because the acting was crap and it was just really cheesy. Having said that, we then went from bad to almost worse with the new Ghostbusters movie. I mean, come on. Dan Aykroyd, Rick Moranis, Bill Murray, they all did ghost appearances or profiles or whatever the heck you call them, silhouettes in the movie. They all had their lines. But it just, it's just one of those movies that there's no getting around the original. There's really no getting around the original. They should have tried something completely different. Not just changing the sexes of the Ghostbusters and all that stuff. I did have a favorite character, and it was the chick with the short blonde hair. She really knew her shit. But other than that, it was just, we sat there, and the only reason we finished watching both movies is because we had already reached the halfway point and we're committed. But folks, if you're a fan of the original Ghostbusters, you may want to watch this just to say that you saw it, but it wasn't that great. And neither was The Legend of Tarzan. It was, it started to get a thumbs up and then went like that. So, my plans for tomorrow are I'm taking Daddy out for breakfast for being such a wonderful husband today. And letting me rest and not arguing with me when I said, you know what, it's 6 o'clock. Let's knock off for the day. It's Saturday. So I'm taking him out for breakfast. I've got to start cleaning up my freezer and start canning up what meat I have left. I still have some medical stuff that I have to trim. And I can only do so much trimming because of the arthritis in my thumbs. Scissors and that don't work well. But I got some stuff coming up. But it's not going to be all that. It's going to be hit and miss for a little bit. But I'm starting to feel better, and I really don't want to jeopardize that. So I'm doing good. I'm going to take my time tomorrow and spend my time getting some work done and looking after Papa because he gave me today. All right, this is the Miss Wolfie from our half-acre homestead, and hopefully I'll be back on track by Monday, Tuesday. All right, love you guys. Take care. God bless.